The Nowhere Patrol, written and created by Mike L. Manders, aka Geekanomicon. Issue number 2, Excalibur Salem. Deafening howls split through the dawn as Excalibur Salem and her father, Holiday Fastball, stood facing opposite directions. Dad, Callie said, waving her wands about with silver light brimming at their tips, I have a feeling we might have stumbled into something while looking for wolf fruit. She was nearly a head taller than her father, with a white trench coat billowing out around her. The next time that alchemist friend of yours needs ingredients, we may want to take her words more literally, Holiday said, tapping the segmented map on the ground. Each tap sent a slight jolt of electricity toward one of the looming lycanthropes. Lee is new to the trade, Callie said, and helping with new students always goes a long way toward keeping us in good standing with the library. In a rush, 3 of the werewolves started toward Callie, but her training allowed for more than being able to wield wands. Muttering a few words of magic, with an odd echo effect to her voice, she waved both wands toward the rushing werewolves. 2 were engulfed in a web of arcane silver, causing them to howl in agony. The third was sent reeling back to slam into a large tree. From above, another of the lycans attempted to dislodge Holiday from a narrow path. Like his daughter, the batter was able to do a wield. However, he was prone to his own unique profession, which relied on being able to utilize an artifact from Earth's past, one more commonly used in the sport of baseball. Swinging up, he slammed his tech-infused bat into the unwary wolfkin. Electricity coursed through the attacker, causing it to go limp. I thought werewolves are cured, Holiday stated. It being early morning daylight, that fact seems accurate, but why are these acting like they've returned to form? Oh, we're cured, a smaller werewolf snarled as 2 began flanking him. 2 seemingly impressive bodyguards. We were just given an opportunity to find a way that didn't mean abandoning our needs. A lot of us simply don't wish to be like house pets. Now let's see how long it takes to... The werewolf went silent with a shock on his features as his voice vanished. If we had wanted a monologue, Callie said, lifting a wand after having cast a silent spell, we would have turned on an old Earther movie. The one with that ugly purple guy has a few good ones. Motioning to the 2 werewolves at his side, the smaller lycan rushed up the cliffs to the side of the humans. One of the 2 others rushed over to the others caught in the net. A rune flared on the back of a gloved claw, causing the mystical entrapment to vanish, freeing them, and causing genuine worry to creep into Callie. You do know a majority of humans came from Earth, her father said, keeping his back to her as all the werewolves began to circle. Flicking bolts of energy out in quick streaks, Callie was doing everything to keep lycanthropes from making bold rushes toward them. Morn has been all humans have known for the last 300 years. I despise the legacy that the last generation left there. Shaking his head, Holiday switched to his rune card bat in anticipation of a more direct confrontation. The smaller werewolf snapped his fingers, causing the other 4 to sprint toward the humans. Callie and her father both readied for the assault, but before it could come, 2 creatures rushed through the air beside the 2 of the oncoming adversaries. Both werewolves were carried away by the rush of wind as the serpentine creatures flew off the mountain path, causing them to roll far down into the ravine. The remaining werewolves stopped, but the smaller of the 3 soon found this to be a mistake, as a rather large hare wearing power gauntlets tackled him from behind. Gotcha! Bigwig snarled, keeping one of the lycan's arms pinned behind him, the other at the side. Matt, you are the lot that caused us a fair bit of trouble tonight. You've got the right to be silent, or getting knocked for a loop until we can get back to Atlas. I already covered the silent part, Callie said, blasting one of the remaining werewolves with a potent concussion spell. Cast a still voice spell on him. Tried to go on and on about how they were going to kill us. The remaining werewolf tried to escape, but found his way blocked by the floating figure of Peppermint. He tried to assault the shepherd, but she sidestepped the claw swipes until the lichen overcompensated. It was then that she delivered a quick strike under an armpit. The result was a limb falling limp at its side. This did not deter the snarling lichen as he gnashed out with a maw full of teeth, but Mint simply tapped his snout with her staff. In an instant, the werewolf was at her feet, snoring loudly. "This pack does not seem familiar, Uncle," Peppermint said, as she examined each of the werewolves she could see. Hoisting the smaller lichen up, Bigwig sighed before looking over at the two humans that had been under assault from the pack. "You two all right? You're the Salems, right? Bit far away from your stomping grounds, isn't this?" "Excuse me," Callie said, walking over to the hovering form of Peppermint. "Are you ephemeral?" "If you're asking if I am a ghost," Mint replied, "yes. I was slain by a pack of werewolves in the night. Not this pack, though." "When did you die?" Callie continued, pulling out a journal and pen. "I have never had an opportunity to meet any type of insubstantial being. Well, I have, just not one I can ask anything remotely fascinating." "Do you mind?" Bigwig said. "We're here in an investigation capacity. My goddaughter has only been recently returned." "There's no reason to be rude about the ordeal," Callie retorted. "With what little is known about her type of existence, there will be many asking her the boring questions. I have some that hardly any of them would have—" "Oh, for farn's sake!" Bigwig roared. And with that, I will see you in the near future, and thank you for listening.